Leo, as Mercury retrograde kind of is winding down, I know that's not really accurate, but Mercury goes direct on the 22nd. So, I mean, let's just talk about, I love you, Doug Denny. Picture of my son. I like to celebrate him as often as possible because it makes me happy. There's things that are starting to broaden, expand, and open up for you because things have been very congested, to say the least. And I think at the very least, hectic, chaotic, maybe even miserable, depending on the degree. But things are starting to open up for you because it's like you're almost getting like feeling back in your limbs, as extreme as that sounds. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. It's like feeling is coming back after an injury or after kind of shock. Shock kind of numbs you to anything that isn't absolutely essential. And even then, there's limited awareness. But it's almost like you're coming out of a state of shock. You're also starting to be able to touch upon, different aspects of your life and open up about them. Let's put it this way, you're starting to be able to feel a little bit more optimistic about life. And I don't think that's because you're making any decisions or because you are kind of like all set, all done, everything is perfect. I just think that the healing has really started to take effect. And you actually, at this point of healing, starting to see how much you have healed. You're starting to feel closer to full capacity again. And I think in a lot of ways, it has to do with connecting with your sense of spirituality, allowing your sense of spirituality to help you take things a little less seriously. Not that they aren't serious, but like what good does worrying do for you? What good does the anxiety? Nothing, right? A little less like pounding on you and a little less heavy. Things are starting to lighten because you're starting to see through faith and through spirituality that that day by day, you need all your energy to continue to heal, not continue to worry or be scared or be anxious or all of those things that effectually just keep you from healing. So the healing has really kicked in and started to begin. And I think in a lot of ways, maybe you're broadening and expanding just your mindset, and it's teaching you things that eventually you'll be able to learn or pass down. Now, you could be working with a guru or a teacher, you could be working with a counselor, or you could just be like somebody in your life, or maybe your relationship with somebody in your life is starting to make more sense. It's starting to kind of like even out, balance out a little bit. You're starting to understand things. And I think that's really the key, is starting to understand different aspects and different dynamics of why the other person did it, or what the other person's intentions were, or what they were thinking. And that really helps you understand this really wasn't personal at all. And I think a lot of times, especially with a lot of Leo energy, you take things extremely personally. Like it's all on you all the time. And the truth about this is, Leo, it was not all about you. I don't think a lot of it was about you at all. This is a sense of the other person had to grow and expand too. Let me show you the Lenormand cards, right? Starting to allow your faith to help you sort of lighten up and not take so much seriously. Starting to understand your authority, or starting to be able, say maybe you're dealing with a woman or you are a woman, starting to open up about your feelings and feel more comfortable about your strengths. Okay, now let's go into the rest of the reading. Leo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. The tarot actually happens in the Vimeo extended, so please join me for that afterward. It's 2 readings in one, your romance reading and your extended reading. But I upload these YouTube videos every single Friday, along with Cancer and Virgo, before 6 a.m. So Los Angeles time. So Leo, if you love these videos, please show your love by liking the video, share the video on your social media platforms, and in addition to that, subscribe to the channel and click that bell below. Hit all notifications. I always recommend, guys, that you watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, because then you'll get the full, really well-rounded energy that is impacting you right now. So this is all for Leo intuition. Intuition is landing right here. So we had a hidden one too. That I think in some ways, Leo, is what's helping you kind of expand yourself, is your intuition is on point again. It's almost like whatever was coming between you and your intuition was hurting you even as much as the original event or whatever was going on in your life. So being able to come back in and feel that connection to your spiritual self, your divine self. Also, it's saying trust in what you think and trust in what you feel. Good fortune facing your fears. That's what you've been struggling with. But I'm going to go ahead and turn these upright because I just feel like reading them backwards doesn't make any sense. Facing your fears, maybe facing your worst fear, whatever your fears were, that's personal. But ultimately, good fortune. Invite, it's time. It's time to let magic back in. It's time to be hopeful. It's time to get that optimism back. Facing your fears, release the power of fear. Because where is it getting you? Do you know what I'm saying? Take your power back. You could sit there and be afraid and be worried, like I said, but you got to take your power back. Animal bond. Maybe this was in the sense of taking care of too many people or worrying too much about people, or there's some sort of selfishness here of just all kinds of worrying about, hi, gorgeous, I love you. Kind of worried about yourself. Hi, I love you. Let's get deeper into the reading, Leo. Or you're dealing with somebody. There was definitely a deep disconnect from the natural world. And Leo, you know when you get detached from the natural world that something's wrong. Like when you hate your dog, something, your soul is just freaking off. You know what I'm like? Because nature is what gives us peace. So that could have been a really great indication that something was really off, or you haven't been spending enough time in the natural world. Now, the natural world helps us to connect to God. It's actually essential for us. It's the closest way to connect to the divine. So in some ways, all of this was in reverse, including good fortune and face your fears. It was not facing your fears that was keeping your good luck from you. And maybe that's where the stubbornness or the pride lay, right? In deciding I'm not gonna look at what I'm really scared of. And what was that doing? That was blocking you, because you're blocking a pain, but you don't just put the block in the pain, you put the block in a part of you that holds the pain. But everything else that is supposed to flow through that part, it doesn't get through either. So you have to face your fears. You have to let the block out, so that even though you're going to get sort of washed away by your fears at first, you're also going to get cleansed. Right? The rest of the stuff is going to be able to flow through too. Leo. That's almost like you could have been avoiding talking to somebody or avoiding talking to somebody about something, especially if it was like you're worried about, your significant other, or talking to a woman, talking to your mother. You were scared to talk to somebody, say something. You were scared to confront somebody. And with that blockage, it kept draining your power, because your power was going into keeping that block in place, and it was being depleted because that block was keeping more power from getting through. It was just like self-defeating. So ultimately, you're finally opening up and able to talk or say or speak or speak to or face these fears, and all of a sudden your energy is starting to come back. It's about time. That's what it is. I'm just going to say it was about time. Exceptionality was in the past. So I feel like it's about time that you got back to your damn exceptional self. That's kind of what I wanted to say. It's also a sense that it's been a while since you felt really good about yourself and really whole. So you're finally starting to come back into yourself. Okay, what is this in regards to though? I am a warrior. Gotten your fight back, man. I think you found your ability to face your fears. You're gonna fight something. You're gonna stand up to something. You're gonna stick up to something. You're ready. You recharged enough, maybe? You're ready. See, you're ready. I am a warrior. You got your warrior on. Now you're facing all the demons, all the zombies. I will fight. What are you stood up for? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? Definitely something that you believe in. You found your heart space again. I feel sensual. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you got your mojo back. I am destined. and I am authentic. So you feel closer to yourself. You got your mojo back. You feel desirable again. Maybe you lost that. Or the two of you, if you're dealing with a situation with somebody else, there was a separation of some sorts, a feeling of, somebody wasn't paying attention to you or wasn't really, somebody was kind of making you feel diminished. And you had to get back to that sense of yourself, of realizing that nobody else needs to give you that. You have to give you that. And once you find a way to give yourself that, you don't need anybody. That's the ultimate power, right? Now you're not depending on a resource you can't control, right? But this is getting real, being real, owning where you are in life right now and starting to feel good about it. This sometimes happens to us when we go through major changes, Leo. It's like clearly you've been through a major shift lately. Leo, 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 Leo. All of a sudden they all come out. So, fulfillment of wishes. There you go. Good shit, man. Coming through. Fulfillment of wishes, memories of love. It's almost like now you're able to look back at the past and not be angry at it. You're able to just remember it, and it'll make you smile. And that's how you know you're really gotten over something, is when you think about it, you're not angry, you're not pissed. It's sort of just making you smile. It's making, and there's some sense of happiness and acceptance of the situation and maybe even the ending. Authority, okay? Starting to feel like you got your power back again. You got your strength back. Starting to step up, maybe step back into a leadership role. Positive movement forward. You're taking possession of your own life and you're starting to make progress. 4, multiply it by 2, that's 8. So you're doubling yourself. You've doubled your power. You've increased your power because you've gotten connected to spirit, right? You were suffering in silence and then suffering in silence. So this tells me what? In some ways, you're still very much dependent upon, and it's fine to do this, dependent upon spirit to continue to help you, because you're not going to be strong on your own. Listen, we should never be detached from spirit, right? Spirit always makes us stronger. You don't have to just pick up your spirit cap when when shit hits the fan. No, this is something that's trying to teach you, keep that spiritual energy flowing all the time, so you'll always have the strength and you'll never get this weak or depleted again. Very important to kind of incorporate that into your life regularly. But there's still some hurt you're going through. I'm wondering what this was all about, Leo. It's not like it's totally over, but you're starting to see the sun, right? A new romantic cycle begins. This started a little while ago. I'm just going to say this flat out. And I hope you guys don't think I'm too judgmental for this. You can't go from one relationship right into another, because that's just running from your fears and running from your pain. If you jumped from one relationship right to another, you made a bad choice. You made a bad choice, and you need time to heal without that other person validating you. You're skipping class. Made a bad choice. Now, if you had healed, you gave yourself time to heal, please understand something, Leo. Maybe the other person needs time to heal too. Take this slowly, especially through Mercury retrograde, because this does seem to be an equal in your life. But everything is moving slowly right now, so give it time. But yeah, there's a little bit of romance that's coming to your life, and it's positive, it's upright. We'll get deeper into that. Leo, what about this? Maybe it's even finding balance in your partnership. Something about this feels newer. Say I'm sorry. That's a huge step forward. I think you needed to hear I'm sorry from somebody. In some ways, you could be kind of like going back, maybe into things with your significant other, or dating somebody like the person, or going back to an ex, or dating somebody like that reminds you of the person you just broke up with, because you needed to close out, to balance things out in terms of your ability to love again. We have lend a hand. Either you got help or you gave help to somebody not too long ago to help you clean up your mess, or to help them clean up your mess. This was, you needed help. You needed help to just kind of like get your shit together. And it could very well be that the romance came into your life to just help you. You know, it doesn't have to be for a lifetime, to be for a good reason. Please understand that. And then we have speak with love. Yeah, there seems to be an absence of love, or a lack of love, or an inability to say I love you, but saying I'm sorry is upright, because that's the most important thing. The most important thing right now isn't like lovey-dovey words. It's the healing, it's the completion, it's the forgiveness. Or however you're being healed and empowered to do so. So whoever you're with right now seems to be helping you reach that conclusion and be the best of yourself. This is 222 or 22. Yeah, stepping out as the best of yourself. Remembering who the best of yourself is. 555, there's changes. Kind of like changes, shifts in your self-esteem, maybe even. Okay. Leo, what messages do you have for Leo? Guys, if you want to join me, I go live daily on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. Monday through Friday, I go live, and I'd love to see you there. I also have a second channel called Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link somewhere above. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. I'll attach the link above. And Astrology Motivation is where I post more astrology content. So if you love the content over here, I'm sure you'll love it over there. Please go and check it out, and hopefully subscribe there as well. Here we have Sea of Love. Be like, this is what you're struggling with. Letting go of the past hurt so that you can accept the current love, the current situation. Now, come on, that could be a lot of adaptations, right? Maybe you're just forgiving your spouse. You're having a hard time forgiving them, right? Or they're having a hard time forgiving you. Or you're having a hard time letting go of a past relationship that really messed you up, right? And yet there is this new love that wants to come in for you. You could feel it. Leo, this is you slowly but surely transitioning from the pain to the I'm ready to try something new. Positive future, because you're recognizing that if I want a future filled with love, I got to decide to accept love in now. Even though it's a challenge, it's worth it, because the decisions I make today impact my tomorrow. Do I want to live in love, or do I want to live in suffering and pain? It's my decision. It really is my decision. Happiness, you'll find, is a choice. Mending, you're healing, and you're healing with somebody else. It seems like the two of you are both healing. Now, it could be that you're healing your relationship, or it could be that the two of you are helping each other to heal like different things that the two of you are going through. That came up right away. And then we have peace. Maybe you needed to go into your shell or for a while, like remove yourself a little bit from society, go into your shell to kind of like heal, to kind of grow, to kind of like cure yourself. No place like home. You needed a place that felt comfortable, where you felt safe and protected, to understand why. Maybe you had to go back home to figure things out, to get the answers that you needed, but maybe you needed to go home, or somebody needed to come home so you could ask them that question. This is returning to the place of origin so you could understand why everything happened the way that it did, and you're finally ready to confront that. And I think that that's really powerful. Leo, you're going back to the source. You could actually literally be going home, looking back into family archives, seeing why things happen the way that they happen. Okay. And then we have revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. This is getting back to your core. And also, like I said, a sense of feeling like you can come back out into the public again. Like you don't need so much of the cocooning anymore. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. So in other words, Leo, there's just this sense of something is pulling you out. And it could be celebration to celebrate somebody else. What a wonderful reason, right? But it's like there's lots of things going on and you don't want to miss it. You just want to be able to enjoy. Also, you can take this opportunity to start showing the world who you really are again. You know, like coming back slowly into society. Let's find out what your animal totems are, Leo. What are the animal totems for Leo, please? Remember, when you see these totems, don't just think of the meaning that I'm going to share with you. Realize that you have to start looking around at everything that's going on around you, because Spirit isn't just sending you a specific message. Spirit is saying, pay attention. So first we have otter. And you don't have to actually see these animals, though that's the most powerful experience with an animal totem. But you could just see pictures of them or the logo or whatever. You are never alone. So this is definitely, you needed to feel loved. You needed to, and this is home. You needed to feel wrapped up. You needed to feel somewhere where you were loved, somewhere that was familiar. And then we have skunk spirit. Know your worth. And skunk spirit is simply that, is whoever you are. You don't have to dress yourself up. See, that's hard for Leos, right? Because you feel like if I don't look gorgeous every day, then I'm just not good enough. No, this is you letting yourself be surrounded by people you know got you, love you, don't care if your hair's messy, don't care if your makeup's on. This is that real core love that's helping to bring you back, revitalize you and how you feel about yourself. Knowing I don't need to dress up in flowers. I'm a skunk. I am what I am. Think I'm cute, think I'm terrifying. But love me or leave me, I gotta be me. And then chameleon, which is really, excuse me for saying this, but that's really what Leo energy is about. Leo energy isn't really about, look how gorgeous I am. Leo energy is about knowing that you're gorgeous without having to have anybody validate you or to put any of the social cues on or status symbols on to feel validated. It's about just that you feel beautiful because you're connected to God, being really connected to the God inside. And that's how we can all use Leo energy to get closer to spirit. Chameleon spirit, act as if. So listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but at least you're out there like, okay. It's not like you're trying to, it's not even that you're trying to blend in. You're just sort of faking it till you make it because you realize you are wasting precious time on feeling sad. And sometimes you have to get back into the mix and start generating that energy before you actually get any new energy, right? Unblock yourself. You're feeling all the pain. You want to generate that energy. You just got to like jump right back in. Fake it till you make it, man. And you will. You know, what you are putting on the outside will make you start feeling good on the inside. Let's get to your angel messages before we go over to your extended reading. Yeah. This message is for Leo. These are Leo's angel messages, please. Okay. So we have interesting. Kindness, positive thinking, and destiny. No. Naughty puppy, no. She's the naughty puppy. Kindness, a kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Yeah, definitely somebody reaching out their hand to you. God bless them, man, right? Remember to be kind to yourself. But I feel like that kind gesture is what reminded you to be kind to yourself. And that's kind of like fake it till you make it. Sometimes you need it from the outside, right? And that's okay. Ask for the ask for the help that you need. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude along with positive beliefs and thoughts are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. Think love. Positive thinking. And then we have destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. Let's get her done, man. Let's go over to tarot. One more thing, sacred space. And I think that this was what you needed. You needed to take some space. So we, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald gold and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. Let's go. Gotta go to tarot. to see what else they got to tell you. I'll see you guys over there.